You. I don't know you, but I know this. You're never going to convince someone to think the way that you think by insulting them in their own house. So maybe shut up and say thank you.
Every time I go to somebody's house for anything, for an invite, I always bring flowers.
You know, I was hosted last week with some friends of mine, and I sent them flowers after I left.
You guys get invited places?
Cowboy shit.
Tell me, is there new cowboy shit you've done this year? New stuff you've learned?
There's a couple of different things. Always starts with roping. I've known how to rope, as you have for a long time. Heading, which is around the horns of the steer that you're trying to collect. But then this year it's about heeling, which is the 2 back feet. And then the second is, after you catch those heels, is the branding. The heeler grabs the bottom feet, dallies, pulls the steer towards the furnace. 2 guys go in and they flip the cow on its side.
That's how we do it!
One sort of controls the head area so it can't move, and then the other controls the hind section. And then you can doctor it, you can tag it, deworm it, all that, and then put the brand on it.
That's cowboy shit.
Sounds super easy, right? One day, we had finished this long day of work in the bunkhouse, and we were tired. And Jason Rodriguez says, hey guys, come here. We've got a little rehearsal for you. So we go in for an hour. We learn how to mug, which is what I just described.
Yeah.
And they're like, now go do it. They call it rehearsal,
right.
But it's basically cowboy practice.
We're doing it for real.
And then we did it over and over and over and over again. So when you see it,
that's us.
This is A-team.
How come you can't rope like that when we're roping for money?
Then I'm thinking about the money, not the fun.
When we're doing these things, it's like you say it so quickly, but then you factor in 200-pound animal, cameras are set and positioned in a certain way, and then the animals themselves, they don't like this, so then they see one and they're like, oh, we don't want that. So by the time it comes to them, they are just bucking and kicking.
They're angry!
Oh shit, they're angry.
The calf doesn't want this to happen. But at the same time, this process is caring, it's doctoring cattle. It's caring for these calves.
Right.
We're gonna get you back to mama.
One where he and I were together, we had a pretty hairy situation.
Yeah, Jake Green roped a big one. We kept going when we probably should have bailed on this one, and it got away, and it was like, take my elbow, son, right here.
Ian goes like this. He's like, yeah, he's down there for a second, and we're still in the midst of it all. And he turned around and just blood is just leaking down from his face.
That's pretty scripted.
You don't have to do the acting part as much because you're really doing it.
And what's fascinating is you can rehearse this stuff, you can plan it, but it's different every time.
Right.
Like you're talking about a live horse and a live calf. Every time it's going to be different.
It's cowboy as it gets right there, Jimmy.
So, Gator, what did you kill for dinner this evening?
What would you say would be the do's and don'ts at the Dutton dinner table? Ask for a salad.
Summer does it.
Is there anything to eat that didn't have a heartbeat last week?
I don't know, is that egregious?
These are sophisticated people. They eat vegetables and greens.
There's fruit in the salad.
It's not like steak and potato every night.
Gator can make a hell of a salad.
No, that's an absolutely do.
Ask for that,
Yeah, you gotta eat the greens, man.
Are we still talking about the salad?
Always have a full glass of whiskey. Do or don't.
Took the liberty, sir. We don't mind.
Character-wise, I'm gonna answer as Ryan. It's absolutely perfect to always have a full glass because that means you haven't drank any, and you cannot say or do anything stupid.
This is just so uncomfortable.
At the Dutton dinner table, it's expected that you have a full glass of whiskey.
Wear your casual cowboy hat to the table.
Sir, on the table's fine.
Oh, good Lord, no. no hats.
Yeah, no hats.
No hats in
like
the,
that, right?
inside.
No hats in the house.
Yeah. Not at all.
Yeah, once you walk in, the hat's supposed to be taken
Completely.
off, right? So
That's a don't.
Where's my hat?
wash the cow shit off of your hands before you take a seat.
That's a do.
Well, no, but if you want to show them you've been working, you.
But at his dinner
What
table,
y'all been doing?
You don't want your fingernails to be too clean. Do not be Jamie Dutton.
Comes next to me.
You're gonna be at that dinner table, don't be Jamie.
don't be, and don't
Never
sit next
worked
to
out
Beth.
once.
Cancel the meetings that are scheduled and don't schedule anymore.
If John wasn't going to be able to make it back to run a good part of the ranch duties, Who of the bunkhouse would be most qualified?
Yeah, Ryan. I mean, he's got the know-how to do it. Yeah, everybody at that table does.
Right.
You, Jake, Walker, and Ethan.
Ethan, you want to tell me what's so funny?
I mean, Teeter knows just as much as anybody else. She could also do it. The only thing hindering her is that it's like she's speaking another language.
Can I have a word, sir?
She's talking to me.
I think Ryan has leadership qualities
Thank
beyond.
you.
I think everybody there can cowboy.
We all cowboys.
Organizing the Cowboys is a whole nother operation.
That's the thing I think Ryan is good at. He has a kind of polish and sort of communication skill from his work as a livestock agent.
Reserve agent, Livestock Association.
I think he would be the natural.
I'm already in this place so deep.
Who can be governor?
I would never want a job as a politician.
Just to step in.
I mean, I think Ryan would probably, as because of what you said, he would be bureaucratic. He would be able to talk to people.
I don't know that Jimmy would be a good governor.
Would you pardon
my whole family?
All my family's dead or in prison.
Jimmy's much happier following instructions than he is giving instructions.
You Jimmy?
Yes, ma'am.
Open that for me.
I thought take a walk was a metaphor. You actually meant it.
Nope.
Beth and Summer get into a fight.
Imagine that, something being resolved by violence.
Well, because Beth's been trying to push Summer around for, 2 seasons now.
Who the are you? Who the are you?
And that hasn't worked. Summer is now living in her house. So it feels like, well, she's out of other options.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna belt her.
It's safe to say that Beth's got a lot of BDE.
BDE?
Or Beth Dutton Energy.
Ah.
Yeah. So what we've got here is we've got a bunch of instances of Beth solving problems by various means using her Beth Dutton Energy.
Beth, have you had enough?
Not even close.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rank these instances of Beth Dutton Energy on a scale of 1 to 10.
Challenge accepted.
Which of these do you think is the least Beth Dutton Energy? What's number 10?
I'm going with Rescue's Monica.
No guns are shooting.
Yeah.
Nothing's getting exploded. What's number 9?
These two, if the Meteor and the Trailer Park, those are like tough guy lines. We're 9 on one of those.
Yeah, so let's
go
do
Meteor.
Yeah.
Respect.
If a meteor strikes Earth tonight, it is me and the cockroaches running this tomorrow.
Does that make 8?
That's a power line. Like that's
No.
got so much energy.
But you're the Trailer Park, I'm the tornado.
I think that's 8.
It's 8.
That's it. Yeah, but it's like
That speaks to how potent Beth is. That iconic line in the history of American television only ranks number 8.
You are the trailer park. I am the tornado.
What about her shooting the wind chimes?
There's a gun involved.
I think smashing the woman's phone would be before that.
Okay.
I think
How
that's
about
a
7?
I'll give you 6 on the wind chimes.
Okay.
6 on the wind chimes?
Yeah.
So now we've got smoking the cigarette, where's the fun in wrecking a single man, Beth
I
running
mean,
at the
it has
wolves,
to be,
bar
where's
fight.
the fun in wrecking?
You're
it,
right, absolutely.
Where's the fun in wrecking a single man? When I break you, I want to know that I'm breaking generations.
That one's 4. Cigarettes 4.
Cigarette's number 4.
Can I have one of those?
Wolves is 3.
Wolves is 3.
Bar fight 2.
We're going 2. Which
And I mean,
leaves
ding, 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 ding.
the biggest Beth Dutton Energy of all,
Give us a 1.
absolutely beating the shit out of Summer.
Let me get the first aid kit.
It's not as bad as it looks.